Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ken. I'm also known as the Phoenix, and I need to address something today. Now, a lot of times in the past, most of you new subscribers won't know this probably, but in the past I've had a history of starting something, getting really big into it, and then quitting and saying I'm not quitting, it's just later, and then, you know, it takes me forever to start back up again. And since I started this, I've really struggled to stay positive. In fact, talking about the paranormal activity that I've had has only increased it. And planning to do this documentary that I plan to do, going back to, you know, my roots, is stirring up a lot of emotions, stirring up a lot of memories. And while I did, you know, say that this is solely to prove that these things don't have much of an effect, in that, you know, it's only to spread positivity. I'm cracking my door because it is extremely hot in here today. Don't let this distract you too much. So while I was doing this to say that everything is, you know, not to be worried about, and that you do have a choice and you just need to remain positive, I do acknowledge that it is very difficult to do that, especially when you have mysterious forces that are just messing with you constantly. But as I said, your fear of them perpetrates them, your attention to them really just helps propagate, you know, further behavior like that. So the best way to combat it is to ignore it. But when you don't ignore it and you try to actively resist it, it creates a very interesting thing. Now, I did say that these entities, this thing, used to make me feel special, but that was not anything that made me feel special. My connection to God, to Source, my abilities, that is what makes me special. Me, myself, my soul, my empathy, the ability that I have of just doing things for reasons that are outside of the human realm. And I really think that somewhere in my message, doing this constantly every day for the last, it's been 2 weeks now that I've done it every single day, my message started to twist in there. Because it really does feel like I need to have a topic for every single day to talk about. And, you know, a lot of times I journaled. I did until I started doing this. Now this is more of my journal than my actual journals are. So I'm going through this experience, and again, I feel like I'm losing myself. And then I also am getting caught up in this whole thing where the messages I've been receiving are the time is coming, the shift is happening now, and my human brain trying to wrap around it what that actually means. And I don't know, right? That's why I've said repeatedly, don't just blindly follow me, and why I have said that I don't want to make exact, not hypotheses or predictions. I don't want to make predictions because I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to act like I'm all-knowing or all-seeing. I am only a human having a human existence. Right? You shouldn't follow me. The only being you should follow is the one infinite creator, source, all that. If it feels good, continue to do it. If it doesn't, do not. I won't feel bad if you just unsubscribe from me, or if you decide I'm full of it and you decide to thumb the video down. That is your prerogative, and I don't care. I am just here trying to be a messenger of sorts. And all I can tell you is that it is coming. And somewhere along that way, when I was trying to teach you all about balance and how to propagate the good timeline, I really feel like I got lost somewhere in the negativity and the ego. You know, I talked about the other day how easy it is to get lost in the ego, which is funny because yesterday I released a video all about being authentic and authenticity. And, you know, sometimes I can feel like I'm being authentic, but my motives behind it are not necessarily the most authentic. So what I really wanted to do is address the fact that I have been focusing really hardcore on the negative. It is really affecting me. And I think I'm gonna, you know, switch it up. I think I'm going to switch it up. I think I'm going to not focus so much on the upcoming eclipse. Even though I do feel like something big is going to happen there, I can't keep putting that out there. But the signs are there, you know. I mean, Texas just apparently declared a state of emergency during the eclipse. I don't understand. Something is happening here. Biblical people are going crazy. People are just acting like they're going crazy at this point, and it is a very interesting time, concerning time. One might even call it scary. I am going to say that I am concerned. I'm trying to keep it at bay, and I'm trying to be positive, because that is ultimately how we propagate the good timeline. But what I will say is that even if this is the case, and this is, you know, whatever happens, happens. Whatever will come, will come. And tomorrow isn't guaranteed for any of us. That's the unfortunate truth of it. I've had enough near-death experiences to understand that tomorrow is not promised. Something could happen to me tragically between now and then. It really could, just any second. I've survived car accidents. I almost broke my neck when I was 10 in a four-wheeling accident. I still don't know how I'm alive from that. I survived a carjacking attempt, you know, with a gun going off next to my head. And that was just before I was gonna go buy groceries and fill up my car with gas. So I know how this goes. I know how fragile life is. And with that knowledge being said, the only message that I have for you is, whether you believe in the spiritual stuff, whether you're religious, whether you're an atheist, whatever, try to make the best of whatever situation you're in, and live each day as though it might be your last. That might be, you know, easy for me to say. You know, Spirit has told me recently that I'm good at knowing, bad at doing, and a lot of things in this life are easier said than done. So just try to live a fulfilling life, and try to bury the hatchet with people that you want to bury the hatchet with. Say your piece, and if they can't accept what you're saying to them or whatever, then leave it as is. But that's all I got for you guys today. Something's happening, and I'm being advised that it's the big one. All signs are pointing to right now, and I'm not going to give in to fear. I don't want you guys to either, and the way to do that is to make the best of right now, with your connections with people, with the ones you love. Don't worry about people online. Don't worry about strangers spreading hate, because you can't fight hatred with hatred. You can only fix that with love. We've talked about that at length. And I have a tendency to say I'm done and then ramble on forever. So I'm really going to end the video here, guys, and really just take that to heart. Make the best of today, because tomorrow's not promised to any of us. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ken. I'm also known as the Phoenix. And I'll see you next time.